Hey, so are you thinking about relocating to Phoenix? Well, maybe you've heard people raving about Queen Creek and Santan Valley. Well, Santan Valley right now, it is exploding with growth. And one of the driving forces behind that is this brand new community that's just starting to take shape here, and it's called Soleo. Now, this isn't just another run-of-the-mill neighborhood. Nope, this one is a gated master plan community where you're gonna find a 2-acre lake where you can kayak and fish. There's going to be zip lines and climbing walls for the kids, a resort-style pool, and some of the best builders here in the valley, all in one beautiful place. So for anyone moving here who's looking for that fresh resort-style lifestyle, but you don't want to pay those crazy Scottsdale prices, then Soleo really should be on your radar. And honestly, at least in my opinion, this is one of the most exciting master plan communities that's starting to take shape out here right now. And so in this video today, I'm going to walk you through everything that you need to know about Soleo. Hey guys, my name's John Farron. I'm a local realtor here in Queen Creek and Santan Valley, and really my job is to help buyers and sellers and maybe people just like you who might be relocating here to decide where a good place for them to settle down at is and help them make that move actually happen. And so if you are thinking about Santan Valley or maybe the Queen Creek area in general, I'm telling you, Soleo here, this is one that you're going to want to take a look at. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down for you. First, let's talk a little bit about the location. So we're about a mile into Santan Valley from the eastern border of Queen Creek, and it kind of feels maybe tucked away a little bit over here because you're not in the middle of the traffic and all the congestion, but you are close enough to Chandler, Gilbert, Mesa, some of the employment hubs around here, that your commute is not really that bad, and it gets better all the time. And if you like the outdoors, well, Santan Mountain Regional Park is really basically right down the street, sort of. It's pretty close by. That's where you can do hiking, biking, or just catching some of those gorgeous desert sunsets. And you've got all of that right outside your back door. So what is, where is, and why would anybody want to live here in Soleo? Well, like I said a couple minutes ago, this isn't just another neighborhood. It's a full master plan community that covers almost 500 acres. And when it's completely built out, there's going to be more than 1,400 homes spread out across multiple gated sections. And where is Soleo? Heck, you may not even know where Santan Valley is. Well, let me answer that. Soleo is in Santan Valley. It's about 45 minutes southeast from Phoenix. And like I said, we're a mile into Santan Valley from the Queen Creek border. It actually sits along the south side of Combs Road between Kenworthy and Schnepf roads. And that's an area that has experienced a ton of growth lately with lots of new developments going in. And with Soleo, you're not just getting a couple little tot lots here and there. What you're really getting is a lifestyle that's built into this neighborhood. And that is a big deal for buyers who want more than just a house. They're looking for an actual community. All right, so now let's talk a little bit about the fun stuff. And I mentioned them briefly already, but right here in the middle of Soleo, we've got this big, massive, grand park. It's like 15 acres big. And the coolest part, there's this 2-acre lake, and you can actually take a kayak out there. You can do some fishing from the shoreline, or maybe just hang out by the water and relax. Now, there's going to be ball fields and shaded playgrounds for the kids. There's even going to be some adventure stuff like a zip line and a climbing wall. That is pretty awesome if you've got kids that need to burn off energy. And for anyone who likes to stay active, they're building 3 different fitness loops that run all throughout the community. So whether you're a walker, a runner, or a biker, you don't have to leave the neighborhood to get your miles in. And if that's not enough for you, well, there are going to be some of these little pocket parks tucked around everywhere. And let's not forget, we got some resort-style amenities back over here. We're talking a community pool, along with a separate pool for swimming laps, an open-air pavilion with barbecues, game tables, fire pits. There's event lawns for neighborhood gatherings, and there's plenty of space just to kick back and enjoy the Arizona weather. All right, now let's start to talk about builders, because you get to choose from 4 different builders here, each with their own distinctive style. Now, first up is Tri Pointe Homes. They were the first ones to start building in here, and they have 4 separate neighborhoods. Now keep in mind, every one of the neighborhoods in here is going to be gated, so that's a plus right there. So with Tri Pointe, they've got 13 different floor plans here, and their homes range in size from about 2,000 square feet up to more than 4,000 square feet. But what sets them apart is they've got their Gen Smart Suite. And really what that is, it's basically a built-in casita or maybe an apartment that's inside your home. Now this is perfect if you've got aging parents that might be moving in with you, maybe an adult child who's still living at home, or you just want to have that extra privacy for when you have guests over. Now these Tri Pointe Homes offer base pricing starting out in the mid 400s up to the mid 600,000s. Now next up is David Weekley, and if you like open floor plans, big kitchens, and flexible spaces, then David Weekley actually has you covered. You see, their floor plans are designed for the way families and others actually live. And what I mean is there's lots of storage, there's lots of natural sunlight, and they've got lots of options for these flex rooms where you can have a den, an office, a gym, a playroom. So there's lots of ways you can configure these floor plans to fit your lifestyle. Now David Weekley also has 4 different neighborhoods here where they offer 26, that's right, 26 different floor plans. There's homes with 2 cars, homes with 3 cars, even homes with 4-car garages. Plus they've got floor plans that have options for an RV garage. Now pricing on these homes starts out in the mid 450s and goes up to the mid 600s. Now there is a lot of crossover between these homes when it comes to the sizes of them, but really what differentiates them from each other is the lot sizes that the homes sit on and the options that are available to you for that customization. All right, now before we move on, if you're finding value in this video, go ahead and give it a like or a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, where I show you all the new communities that are coming and I take you on model home tours and tell you everything that's going on here in the area, then go ahead and consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that little bell, that way you'll be notified every time a new video gets uploaded. All right, next up, let's talk about Pulte Homes. So Pulte's offering 3 different neighborhoods with a combined total of 13 separate floor plans. Now they have a solid mixture of 1- and 2-story homes, and these guys range in size from 1,557 up to 2,653 square feet. Now base pricing on these homes starts out at $429,990 and goes up to $583,990. Now, Pulte, they're known for their practical, family-friendly designs, and they're bringing some of the most popular floor plans here. And one of their standout features is their all-gen suite, which is very much similar to the other next-gen features of the other builders, where you've got this casita or apartment built inside the home. So it gives you that separated living space while still being connected with everything else inside the home. All right, lastly, I want to talk about Mattamy Homes. Now, Mattamy is brand new to this community. They just recently closed on 115 home sites that they purchased from Tri Pointe Homes. They're going to be rolling out 7 different floor plans, and these homes are going to range in size from the mid 1500s up to about 2,500 square feet. And they're going to have a mixture of both single-story and 2-story homes. Models are expected to actually break ground and start construction in October, and then they're going to have a big grand opening event projected for sometime in late January of next year. And as of this recording today, there's no information being released yet as far as pricing goes. So who is Soleo really for? Well, it's really for just about anybody. I mean, if you're relocating from somewhere else, it gives you that resort style living without that outrageous Scottsdale type of pricing. If you're a move-up buyer, you know, you've had your starter home and now you're moving up, it gives you options where you've got a little more space to spread out, that the family can kind of grow within those homes. And of course, they got some multi-gen options if you need those as well. And even if you're a first-time home buyer, there are still plenty of options for you here. All right, so now I want to take you and kind of zoom out a little bit, because you don't just live in your little community here, you live in the entire area. And what's great about Soleo is it's really close to all the shopping, dining, and entertainment that you're going to want. You know, just a couple miles down Combs Road here, you've got the Vineyard Towne Center. Now this place is brand new and it really has come together very nicely. You've got Sprouts for groceries, there's Better Buzz Coffee if you're into local coffee spots, Five Guys Burgers, Thai Chili to go, banks, other services, and the coup de grace is this brand new Target that's opening very, very soon, which, let's be honest, Target is always a game changer. And if you go just a little bit further into Queen Creek, you have the Queen Creek Marketplace. And this is basically the hub of dining and shopping in this part of the valley. You'll find everything from Dave & Buster's and Olive Garden to local spots like Barrio Queen. And then from there, Costco, it's really just right around the corner. Now, for entertainment, we got you covered there as well. You've got Pecan Lake Entertainment. This place is so cool. They've got electric go-karts, laser tag, virtual reality. They've got a goofy golf course. They have a ropes course plus food and drinks. I mean, it's a blast for both kids and adults. All right, and let me let you in on a little insider tip here. If you like barbecue, Caldwell County Barbecue here at Pecan Lake, it's the best barbecue you're gonna find around here. Not just Pecan Lake, but next door we've got Fat Cats, and that's a 61,000 square foot entertainment center with 8 movie theaters, 20 lanes of bowling, there's arcade games, there's dining, and there's even this cool indoor neon miniature golf course. True story, I was there just yesterday to catch a movie with my wife. Now we can't forget about the Queen Creek Olive Mill and Schnepf Farms. These are local staples here where they have great food, they put on great community events and fairs and whatnot, and it gives this whole entire area that small town feel that brings the community together. The Queen Creek Olive Mill and Schnepf Farms, they are what makes this area a great place to be. Now, I told you about the great amenities here and all the things to do here, but if you want even more, there's some great parks in the nearby area as well. We've got Manziel Carter Oasis Park, where they've got a great playground area, a splash pad, skate plaza. They've got basketball courts, softball fields, and even a catch and release fishing lake. And then just down the road from there, we've got Frontier Family Park, where they also have ball fields and soccer fields, pickleball courts, a great playground area, and this great big aquatic center. Now, honestly, to actually use the aquatic center, you have to be a Queen Creek resident, and that has upset a lot of Santan Valley residents, that's for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about the schools now. So this area falls into the J.O. Combs Unified School District, and if you're looking for some charter schools, we've got those as well. They're tuition-free. American Leadership Academy Ironwood, or ALA Ironwood as it's known by. That's close by, but there's other charter school options as well. Now again, pricing in this community, it's all over the board depending on the lot and the home, the builder, but we're looking from the mid 400s to the mid 600s in base pricing. And these amenities, as cool and as great as they are, they don't come for free. Your HOA dues are going to be $185 a month. But the good news is these builders, they're always offering different incentives on their homes, and they change all the time, but they're usually in the form of closing cost assistance, interest rate buy downs, or maybe even some credits at the design center. So depending on when you buy and how you do it, you really could snag yourself a pretty good deal. So let me give you a couple more pro insider tips. First of all, don't fall in love with any of the model homes. They're all highly upgraded. So you want to be sure you know what is an upgrade and what comes standard. Second is on your lot. You want to be very much aware of where this lot is located. Does it have a western exposure? Because I'm telling you, in the summer times, you do not want a western facing backyard. The heat from that sun is just, it's unbearable. But you also want to make sure maybe you want to be close to parks, maybe you want to be far away from the parks. So these are just some things to keep in mind. And if you've got some unique needs like a multi-gen suite or an RV garage, well, we can just kind of guide you to the builders who offer those things so you don't end up wasting time with homes that just aren't flat out going to work for you. So there you have it, guys. That's Soleo in a bit of a nutshell. So if you're looking for a really nice new build community, resort style amenities, but you don't want to pay those crazy Scottsdale prices, then I recommend Soleo being on your list. Now let me give you just one more pro tip. If you're working with a realtor or you're planning on doing so, and I'll just throw in there, whether it's me or somebody else, you really should have one. That agent has to accompany you on your very first visit to the community and get you registered. Otherwise, there's a really good chance the builder will not let your agent work with you. That's their little catch, and you may find yourself going it alone if you decide to move forward with that builder. Now, in today's new construction environment, you really should have somebody who's on your side representing you. All right, now you want to check out this video up here because this is going to set your mind at ease throughout the entire new build process. And this video right here, this is going to tell you everything you need to know about Santan Valley just becoming Arizona's newest town.